I see you, Tal. Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm not joined by Tox, but I am joined by one of the co-hosts, Yan City. What are you telling me?
Hi, all right.
Look at you, hella timid and that. You know what? You lot don't hear how she talks to me before. You get what I'm saying and that. Hella energy, bare cheek and that. And then the live goes on. We click likes, camera action. And then she's hella timid and that. Why are you acting so timid? Huh?
I don't know.
Look at you, hella smiling and that. I'd be glad to see me too, innit? If I look through the camera and see me, I'd be like, yeah, I'd smile like that too. Hella teeth and gums. Ahmed says, yes, man, then big up. I'm sure he's saluting you and that as well. He says, Saka scored an own goal. Could never be my star boy. Shout out my boy Deviant as well. He says, yes, boys, just missed the first show, but I'm here for this. Make sure you go listen back to the Sarcasm City podcast after this, people. Lauren Wood says, I'll join for halftime. Arsenal 1-0 down. Let's go. Let's hope they get beat. So if you've not watched this show before, how the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A works is you can ask any questions sporting related. So it doesn't have to be Manchester United. It can be Manchester United present, Manchester United past. It can be Manchester City. It can be any Premier League team, any sport. So football, boxing, basketball, MMA, UFC, F1, tennis, whatever question you have. Tox couldn't make it in it, so that's why he's not here and that, unfortunately, and that. But please make sure you hit the like button, share it across your socials, and subscribe to the channel. But all right, we'll start with you, Yan City. We're going to start with you. The 1-1 against Liverpool. What are your thoughts?
Before the game, I wasn't quite sure how it would go because we got quite a good record against Liverpool at home, but we haven't started this season too well. So it was a bit, I thought if we do win, it's going to be narrow. But I thought because we're at home, we should be winning that game. And I still feel like that after the game. I think the first half, Liverpool started well. Obviously, that extra man they had up front, like to drop back, kind of caught us a few times. And we were struggling a little bit. But after the first sort of 20 minutes, I think they had a penalty. I think that was the first thing, wasn't it? So I thought, no, we're going to lose. Honestly,
Kyle the tackle.
Yeah, because I thought they needed, because my opinion personally was I thought Klopp was going for quick goals. So he gets 1 or 2 goals. Then he changes the formation and then we struggle. Because if we'd have gone 2-0 down, we would have never got back into the game because he would have just changed it.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of gave them what they want in terms of the penalty.
Yeah.
Then after that, I was a bit like, I expected us to lose the game, just the way we were playing. The only positives I was saying at halftime is that we've normally have one good half of football. And because the first half was so poor, I thought the second half would be better. And to be fair, it was. We had chances, obviously we equalised. But yeah, I think that game towards the end especially was there for the taking. And I think we bottled it a bit. So not too happy. I'd say that overall, no team deserved to win. I don't think City deserved to win. I don't think Liverpool deserved to win. But I think us being at home and the way they played them last 20 minutes, we should have been winning that game based on that. But yeah, I think overall, a point is a point. It's better than getting than losing. We can't afford to lose at home. So we'll see how the season pans out. But I think what's happened today is it's made Anfield a must win and we don't win there. So we're going to have to go and do the impossible now and win at Anfield. But the only positive is the way this season's going, such a weird season, we're more likely to win at Anfield this season just based on how it's going. So
I get what you're saying. Ahmed's asking you this. I'm going to answer as well, but he says he's Pep done.
I don't think... See, I'm a Pep fan. I don't think he's done. I think...
Yeah, fully aware that you are a Pep fan. I just want to put that out there. Go on, continue.
Yeah, I think today, the lineup that he put out was a good lineup. The only thing I would have done is I thought maybe even put Ake at left back. Not because I don't rate Cancelo, because I love Cancelo. And to be fair, he was man of the match. But in hindsight, before the game started, I would have probably played Ake because I think we needed a strong defence. Not really got too many negatives for our defence because actually we defended quite well. And
you did actually, surprisingly.
Score a goal, they scored a penalty. They didn't actually score a goal. So in terms of Diaz, played well. Cancelo was brilliant. Walker obviously made that mistake, but apart from that, wasn't too terrible. Wasn't his best game though.
That's a terrible mistake, though.
Yeah,
that's a foolish tackle.
He's got
You don't
that
make that.
there, doesn't he?
Oh, so you agree with Roy Keane, yeah?
Well, I think what Roy Keane said is it doesn't kind of display the season for me. I wasn't a Walker fan, and people used to slate me because they used to say, you know, you hate Walker for no reason. I never used to like him, but this season he has been great. So I think to say that, I think he said he's an idiot, and you know, talking about he's been terrible, but he hasn't been terrible. He's had a good season so far. So I don't agree with him there. But I think his challenge was stupid based on the fact that I don't think he was going to score straight away from there. So I think he just put us in a bad position. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's because
I don't know about.
If I stand correct, Micah Richards was trying to defend him. That's what it was. Micah Richards was trying to defend him, and Keane is just Keane. You know what I'm saying? Like his punditry makes me laugh when he's not chatting shit about United. I love him because like Keane's one of my favorite Manchester United players of all time. So it's like mine is when he's chatting shit in the studio about Manchester United. He's hilarious to me. Like when he called him an idiot, like I burst out laughing at my TV. I'm like that because you asked him, the main presenter, I can't remember his name, asked him the question and said, "What was it? How is he getting so much change out of Kyle Walker?" And he said, "Because he's an idiot." You know what I mean? I was like, yo. You love it. You have to love it. All right. Omar Mali says, yes, flawless in Yan City. Yes, Yan City people, you got to give it a full title and that. You know what I'm saying? This full title set. Man City are not getting top 4. Pep is done completely. What's your thoughts on that? That's from Jeremiah Ojan.
I think...
Man said, no, wait, let's put that into perspective. Not getting top 4. So man's saying there's 4 better teams in the Premier League this season than you know. Jeremiah, let us know what 4 teams you think are going to finish in the top 4. Give us your top 6, please, Jeremiah. But go on, continue.
I think this happens kind of every season. You know, if we don't start well, it's City are not going to even finish top 4. Even when we're shocking, we tend to finish top 4. That first season under Pep was terrible. We had a lot of aging players. We weren't clicking. It wasn't going well. You could see what Pep was trying to do, but it just wasn't working. And we still finished top 4. So I don't think that it's a case of we won't finish top 4 because we've not started that well. Because if you look at every team who has started well, apart from maybe even Spurs haven't played the big sides yet. So I think it's a bit reactionary to say we're not going to get top 4 because we didn't get 3 points against Liverpool. Like, come on now. So I don't agree with that. I think I feel like Pep will leave soon. I don't think he's going to stay long term. And then it's a case of getting someone in who can do what Pep did. You know, it's not easy. Not many managers have come in and won back-to-back in their first 3 years. Not many have done that. So
I check you rolling the stats off and that. You get me? A subtle flex. But go on, continue, innit? Continue. I like how you did that. It was nice. You get me?
Yeah,
it was nice.
The thing is, people are saying Pep out, but who do you suggest to get in? Like, you could say, Poch, but Poch is not actually proven to win the league yet. So I'm not saying he won't, but if he doesn't, then what? You know, so I think we'll miss Pep more when he's gone. But yeah, I'm a fan of Pep. I think he does make some decisions that I don't really agree with. Today, I think Foden was needed a lot earlier than he came on. And late substitutions are a thing for Pep. But I think a lot of people complain that their managers do the same thing. You seem to see a lot of people saying, why is he leaving it till the 85th minute or whatever? So I think
he's not having it. Go on, continue.
No, Pep will always get called a fraud because he set his standards so high. If he doesn't win the league, he's failed. Whereas any other manager that doesn't win the league, are they a failure? No. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. But then it's on both sides. You're held to a different standard because you're of a different caliber of manager, and he still is, whether he fails or not. He's because of the standards he set. You said it, so that's why.
He's his own biggest bet. You know what I mean? He's his own nightmare in the same.
What it is. Yeah, Jeremiah, are you a Spurs fan? He says Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Leicester, Arsenal. That's my top 6. That's not in order, is it? No way do you have Spurs winning the league. Chelsea second, Liverpool third, United 4th, Leicester 5th, Arsenal 6th. Please let me know Yeah, I mean. So wait, you ain't even got City in your top 7.
Yeah. I think he's saying Leicester, City, Arsenal, not Leicester.
Oh, right. All right. Might be a good spot there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that's his top 6.
He is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United. Yeah, so he is
City.
City.
Please put that in order. And that being said, I can see a couple other people have done it in the comments. Let us know your top 6 predictions. I want to know that too. Give us your top 6 predictions in order, please. So with numbers. That's what we're asking for, with numbers. Deviant says, don't know if you talked about this before, but what sort of effect do you think playing with no crowd has on the players, if it has any? Jan City, I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I was actually tweeted about this before. To be honest, City, that last 10, 15 minutes in a stadium full of fans, they're not getting away with playing the way they played. We looked like we were playing for a draw. That's not happening when the fans are there.
That's interesting.
The fans do have a big impact in the players. I think in the way that being at home should be a home advantage. Whereas I think because there's no fans, there's no difference today for Liverpool, whether they're at Anfield or not. Do you know what I mean? Apart from the changing room, which is not really a key thing in whether you win games or not, and the pitch not being as used to the pitch. But these players have been playing at the Etihad for years now, so they are used to the pitch. So
yeah, I think that's an advantage.
Yeah, all that advantage of being at home, the fans getting on your case when you're not doing so well, that sort of thing, there's none of that. So I think it does have an effect. I think people that don't go to games might say that it doesn't, but as a season ticket holder, trust me, some of that stuff that we were seeing today is not happening when there's fans there. I think.
See that? I like that.
Around the ball at the end, like we're playing for a draw, the fans are going to be on their case for doing that. Sterling would have got cussed out by me. Right on the front row, right where Sterling was towards the end, trust me. So
I like that. Another subtle flex. I like how you just putting them in and that, the subtle flexes. You're getting confident with this thing and that. You know what I mean? Do you want the mic? Yeah, I'll give you the mic and that. You can carry on. You know what I'm saying? You out here subtle flexing and that. Hella cheesy grins. To answer to that question there, Adz, I see you as well. Jump on when you're ready, my bro. This question Deviant asked. Yes, it definitely has an effect because I think Sheffield United are a big example of that. As soon as there was no fans, their firm dipped. Soon as there was no fans there, because going to Bramall Lane when it's packed out and it's rocking is much tougher than going to Bramall Lane when there's no fans there. And Jan City mentioned it about home advantage. That can give players that extra 10, 15, 20%. You know what I'm saying? That's why people say your home record is where you'll stand in the league. Look at Liverpool. They ain't lost in the league, I think, at Anfield in 63 games or something like that. So that's with the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like the fans are the 12th man. There's a reason that's a thing in football because they are the 12th man. You mentioned it there. I don't think City play like that if the fans are there because the fans are going to urge you on to, whereas you can be a bit more cautious. You can be, and you're not going to get no backlash. There we go. Lauren Wood says, my top 6 is Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Spurs, Leicester United, and Arsenal 10th. I love the shot at Arsenal. Jeremiah says, I'm a United fan. That's in order, flawless. So let me get this right. You have Spurs winning the league. Chelsea 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, United 4th, Leicester 5th, Arsenal 6th. Mazo. That's wild to me.
I think that's wild. I think there's nothing, like I'm not saying Tottenham can't win the league because anything is possible, but I just think they've not proven that they can win it yet. Considering they finished 3rd in a 2-horse race, I don't think they prove that they can do it. I don't think you can take them that serious. Yeah,
no facts. And salute to my big bros are on AV8. Mikey used to meet Jan City meet my big bros AV8 and Mikey.
We're not echoing now. We're just doing a sound check. We're not
echoing. No. You're not echoing now. Use my sound crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Yeah, man. That's what I want to hear, yo.
Crystal clear and that. All right, so we'll ask you this question as well. All right, we'll go on the Pep thing because people in the comments are calling Pep a fraud, etc., etc. Is Pep done in your eyes? We'll go to you first, Mikey.
Pep done?
Yeah. Is Pep done? That's what I'm asking.
Nah, I don't think he's done. He's got the Champions League to go and get in it.
You think he can win the Champions League though?
That's what he's got to get in it.
I hear that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but do you think he will though?
Like, do I think he can win the Champions League? I think he can win the Champions League if he stops dicking around with his team. Because that's what's cost him ultimately. He keeps dicking around with his team.
I hear that. I hear you. Same to you, AV8. Are you telling me is Pep done?
Nah. I told you. I said this on the last show. I think I think he's got to decide what he's going to do, because it looks like the sheikhs and them lot are not really. They're not looking to invest until they know what if he's going to commit. You know, like I said to Yan City, why is his family dipped off over there? Yeah, and he's here. If he doesn't commit, why should the owners invest in him? They're going to look elsewhere, aren't they?
Sorry, this comment made me laughing at yo. You man are ruthless, yo. This says Pepe ain't winning no CL. He's a fraud, man. Use lot, yeah. And Ahmed here says he ain't winning F all in Europe. Use lot are not Pep fans whatsoever. In it, I don't think he's as bad as you lot are making out. In it, he's the hell is that very, very, very savage. I asked both of you, man, as well, because Deviant said this, so I ask it again. I don't know if you talked on this before, but what sort of effect do you think playing with no crowd has on the players, if it has any? I'll let you, man, answer in any order you want.
Me? Oh, the
hopefully,
crowd.
Yeah. You man decide, innit? Who's answering the question?
I'm not buying it. So
okay, so you think it has no effect? All right, go on, continue.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't have any effect. I'm saying I'm not buying it because I don't know if the viewers know my background, but you know, I'm a sports coach. So I'm a sports coach basically. So I coach athletics, yeah. And I've also played semi-professional football and a few other things. I coach athletes now. Some footballers, some at Man City actually, so across the board, professional. But basically, where we don't have a lot of crowds either. You got a job to do, haven't you? So when you go in there, you go do your job, and it doesn't mean that you don't hit the target. So I watched the City Liverpool game today. I thought the game was a very good game. It was quite compact, tight, and then towards the about last 20 minutes, you just got scrappy, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what Yan City was saying, because she's a City fan, hence the name Yan City, innit?
Yeah. It just got scrappy. They could. It was there. The onus was on City to go win the game. They just they would have won the game if they didn't miss the penalty, innit?
Yeah, man are giving you props. Man said this done over Ollie and that. Man like you more than you like.
I'm no football manager, Jed.
Man said this done over. Now, Ahmed don't rate Ollie at all. You get what I'm saying?
All right, okay then.
We don't
what
rate
my bro saying.
Yeah, it makes same to you.
With the crowd, when everybody else is playing with no crowd and seems to be winning, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. So
he was asking in general though. He was saying, what effect do you think it has on a whole?
Yeah, obviously, you want the fans in the ground and you want that little pickup and lift. But in reference to the players, I'm talking about United at the moment. Why did it take the media to come out and say they're going to deal with my brother Poch for them to have a reaction to go and play for their manager, whereas every other team goes and plays for their manager? Do you understand what I mean? So with the players and just football as a whole are lucky because we're all on lockdown. They're not. So you understand what I mean? So people are furloughed and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, they have got the onus, and they've got that they should have the onus and their zump and zip about them to get some motivation to go and win a football match. You know what I mean? The fans are not there, but they are here. Why do you think we're here? Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I hear what you're saying.
What did Jan say?
Go on, Yan City. I'll let you give your point again.
Oh, that's the thing. No, I was just saying that I think in them last 10 to 15 minutes of the City game, if fans are in the crowd, they're getting on City's back. So I think all this nice passy football that we were doing, passing it back, the fans are going to be on their case. So I think them players can't get away with playing how they played towards the end, because like you say, that game was on us to go and win, and I think it was almost like the players just stopped playing like, oh yeah, we can get a draw. But the fans aren't accepting that. When you're at home in the stadium, you're not just sitting there quietly while they're accepting a draw. You're going to be on their case. So I think it does have an effect in that way. But I do get what you're saying in terms of they have a job to do and they should be doing that regardless. So I do agree with that. Also, I said about home advantage. Obviously, being at home, you've got your fans behind you. And this season, it's not really like that. It's two teams playing football. They've both got a job to do. And that's how it goes. So I think that's the only difference for me from fans.
Stroll here. Shout out my brother Stroll. He says it's the reason City didn't spend big this summer is because they know this is his last season at the Etihad. Yeah, Jan City. I'll let you take that one. What's your thoughts on what Stroll said?
Well, I always have said this whole season that I think Pep will leave. I think mainly due to his mum dying, because since then it changed. Because before that he was kind of saying he was going to stay long term, and then next minute he's not. So I think it's to do with that. I think he has said that if he's underachieving at City, he will leave. So I think obviously depending on what happens this season, I think if he doesn't win the Champions League, he'll see it as I need to leave because they're underachieving in Europe. And if he does win it, he'll think I've won it now, I can go. So I think he'll go regardless. I do think he will go. About spending big, I think they did say the reason why they didn't go for a striker is because they were so focused on buying a defender and they kind of ran out of time. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. But I think the problem with City is we've kind of just relied on no injuries. Like with Laporte last season, we thought, oh, we'll be fine. We got Laporte. And then he got injured. And it was like, oh, we've got we don't have a proper defense. And then again, the same with Aguero. We're relying on Aguero, who is injury prone, to be our striker. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Gabby can do a job, but he's not Aguero.
Yeah, he missed a sitter today. That's a terrible miss in that. His goal was great, but the miss, when I seen that, I was like, because I was watching it with my cousin, and my cousin rates him. And I was like, yeah, I'm unsure on him. And then when he did the turn at first, when I first seen it, I thought it was by accident. I'm like, nah, he's got lucky, but he meant it. Yeah. Quality. And then I see him miss a header from 6 yards out. And I'm like, yeah, that's you in it. This is why I don't rate you in that. If that's anyone else, I'm getting stick.
That's the whole team. We miss sitters and we score fantastic goals. It's just the story of our season. Like, it's mad.
Fair point.
We haven't been clinical for a while, and it sounds mad because we scored so many goals, but we haven't been clinical.
That Man said Jesus is a favela Dan James. Man, really, got no manners on it. That's rude. That.
Ahmed's ruthless in it. Shout out to him. He's one of the mods on there. Shout out to everyone who's a mod, and he's just like reckless in it. Don't rate.
No, I can see Lauren's not going to be feeling too happy. They're getting clapped, aren't they? They're getting beat 1-0 in it by the Villa at home.
Yeah, that's why she's here watching us and not the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
how bad they're playing.
I mean, that's like run. Why who's getting clapped? Yo, the gooners, man. Oh, them goons.
They got guns with no bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Firing blanks out here, man.
Hella empty guns in it. No shells in that. You know what I'm saying? Ahmed here says, this made me laugh. He said, Pep keeps saying, I want to end my contract. That's like when your missus says, let's get married. And you say, give me another year, see how it goes. He's buying time. You funny, you know.
Wow, that's kind of cheeky, that. That's cheeky. That's ranked, you know.
That's tickled me, yo. Woo! Yo, Ahmed, you know a mod. All right, I'll mod you after this. My bad. Later on today, I'll mod you. I swear you was a mod in that. My apologies if you're not. I thought you was. But also, the same point to you two as well. Let me find the question again. I've legit forgot where it was at. Oh yeah, we'll go to here. Pep, what's your thoughts on this? He's saying Pep took over a Bayern team that just won the treble and made them look dead in Europe. Does Pep have a block in Europe? I'm asking, like, just out of interest.
What, you think that people are saying that he ain't got
it to win in Champions League? Even though he's a great manager,
because at the end of the day, he's been to. I mean, City have gone. How many? Is it the semi-finals or the quarters? That City have been to.
One semi, I think.
The semi, but not under Pep.
So have you been to how many quarters have you been with or under Pep?
Under Pep, I think the last two seasons.
3, you know.
3.
Right. So from what I've seen of Pep, even though I don't really watch City, I know that a lot of City fans keep saying, why do you keep changing the system when we're getting to these quarterfinals? You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can't say he's dead. He just changes it when he don't need to change it. Why just leave it? And then you might see, and because it must be him, he's not trusting his own, whatever it is, tactics or, you know, whatever it is, in-game play. He can't trust it, so he's changing it and it ain't working out. Do you understand what I mean? So, I mean,
just don't need to change it.
I don't think he needs to change it. I think he should just keep it the same. I don't get it.
But yeah, that's on the manager making mistakes, because I agreed with that. Right? When I see him make certain changes, I'm like, you're playing Lyon. You have the better team. Just play like Manchester City and you should knock them out. You know what I'm saying? But then you go
100%.
You go out to Lyon, and I was just like, yeah, obviously I was happy about it, because to see City get knocked out was great. But I'm like, I don't understand how someone as experienced and as quality as you are as a manager is struggling with these type of things. Like, I don't get it. It makes no type of sense to me. I don't understand.
Yeah,
at all.
And another thing, obviously, he's not dead in Europe. Look, Pep's a killer, man. Don't care what fan tries telling me. When he gets to the finals, he just kills off teams, man. He don't play games, man. Like, he doesn't play. Like today when I was watching him, and that was a competitive game.
I enjoyed the first half. The first half was good.
Exactly, but it's just that Kevin, man, he just missed at the wrong time, man. Like, yo, that for me were a penalty. Yeah. You get me? That were a penalty to me. He should have punished him.
It's one of them, innit? Like, why are you going up to penalties like it's a free kick and that? Someone said that. It's like, yo, just put the ball in the back of the net, man. Try and, you get me, to chip it and look all pretty doing it. Yo, just score.
You're talking about Lookman there, man, and he's an idiot, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, just score the penalty and that. Everyone doing this hop, skip, and jump thing like Bruno and Jorginho, even though Bruno's a good penalty taker. It's like, yo, just run up and just whack the ball, you get me? Just lang it. I'm like, I don't know what you man are trying to do.
The funny thing about that is, Flawless, yeah? Because if I was, is it Scott Parker's the manager of Fulham, innit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So the man's in the 89th minute. His team's down 1-0. Right. They clearly need the points. And my man's taking it. Yo, I would have given him some lashings, you know,
That's wrong. 98th minute.
Not
89th.
Sorry. 98th minute. Man's nearly at 10 minutes to level up, and he's taking. Yo, I'm telling him.
I'm swinging. In the words of Roy Keane, I'm swinging punches at that guy. Like, that's my teammate. I'm swinging punches at
I'll be
man.
phoning the goons, man, to slap him in training.
Man gotta get punched up on the pitch, innit? Like, that can't run. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that can't run in that, yo. Man's got to, like, what are you doing in it? Like,
level,
there needs to be some like, what was going through your mind, innit? Like, we ain't Barcelona, we ain't top of the league, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we need this point. Just run up and lang it. And if you miss, everyone would have been like, you missed. This guy tried to dink it, you know. Who do you think I'd never heard of this guy before this. You get me? Like, this guy, this Lookman guy. I've never heard of him before.
No, what I'm saying is, like, I've heard of him. It doesn't matter whether you heard of him or not. I'm saying, right, Jan, if you're in the 98th minute, right? 98th minute, just be truthful there.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't. Your team's already at the bottom of the Prem, you know. So would you be doing them fancy tricks, or are you just gonna blast it? And if you blast it, then what would you do?
She's trying Rabonus, you know me. She gonna Rabona that, you know what I'm saying?
I just think a lot of because even today with De Bruyne, I was like, just place it. You know what I mean? Like, I know we tried and it went wide, but just place it. Just a quick tap in. Like, you know, the goalkeeper's gonna dive one way, pick a corner, and just go for it. And if they save it, then it's a great save. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think he tried something fancy at a time where you can't afford to. Like the 30th minute, you can afford to do it. But that time in the game, you just need to put it in, you know, and that I think completely.
He should have tucked it away, man.
Sorry, this made me laugh because Stroll's a manager as well. Stroll said Zidane headbutt as soon as he turned around for taking that dead penalty. And Stroll's a manager, like, yeah, certain things, it's like, the reason why I said I'd never heard of him, because it's like, is that even in your are you a flair player? Like, is that in your nature? You know what I'm saying? Like, certain players, if they did that, even though I'd be mad, I would expect it, because I'm like, all right, you're a flair player, you're gonna do these. It was this Lookman guy, you get me, and you just out here trying to chip the goalkeeper.
Wait, one minute, Flawless. Yeah, you can't really say that, because like I'm with Akuma there now. Yeah, he's saying, I think that's how you pronounce your name, but basically, Mitrovic, if he was on the pitch, he should have took the penalty. And then Ahmed is right, because he's saying that he's trying to embarrass the man, right? Lookman can play ball, because it's one of them things, yeah. It's just one of them things now, yeah. You see, I feel like people that play for Liverpool and Man City, the kids don't really need to move nowhere, really, even though I rate Brewster for moving on, because he ain't really going to get in there since they brought Diogo Jota, right? But City now, you see them strikers now that come from, you got, what's his name? Liam Delap, Cole Palmer, they're coming through now. as a striker. Pep's gonna try them things there, right? But anybody else everywhere else, yeah, you can't. Lookman now, yeah, the guy couldn't even get into the Everton team after leaving Red Bull because he wanted to stay there, innit? But then he went back. They didn't play him. He's gone back to Red Bull. Catering, everyone's gone, and he can't get in the team. So at that point, you're saying there is where I agree with Akuma now, yeah, is that right? It's the minutes, just blast the penalty. The keeper done dived the opposite direction the day before, you know, before he kicked the floor and flopped the thing. Just place it in the other corner.
Keeper just saved it with his chest, you know.
Yeah, man.
Wham.
It's whole chest.
Just place it in the Ras. Just place the thing in the corner.
Yeah, I don't get like just complicating simple matters. I hate that. You get what I'm saying? Don't complicate simple matters at all in it. But salute to everyone who's tuned in. Like I said, if you're watching this live right now on YouTube, hit the like button, share it across all your socials. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel Sarcasm City. Hit the notification bell because you lot be paying attention because the subs keep going up. So we appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. Thank you. It also says here, Ahmed says, flawless Lookman's a ball. He went from Everton to Leipzig and now he's back at Fulham. He's 23. He shouldn't have done that. I just never heard of him before this, isn't it? That's why. So I'm like,
disrespect.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know what?
He's playing for flawless. He's playing for Fulham.
You've got no manners anyway.
Why have I got no manners? Go on, big. Go on. You know how much. This is how you're about to find out how my big bros do me. Go on, fam. Tell me, innit? Why have I got no manners?
That's just no manners. That is no manners. Who is he? Who is he? What I'm saying is, right, listen, you take them type of penalties, you better be 3-0 up.
Simple.
Take that type of penalty, you better score penalty.
Just like Jan's saying, innit? Like you won one, right? You won one. Liverpool don't earn that penalty, and it was a foul. Kyle Walker, I don't know what he's thinking. Then you go the other end, you equalize with, listen, I call it this, yeah? It was a touch, yeah? The turn, the turbo, and the toe poke in the net.
Romario, you know.
Like Romario,
you know about Romario.
It was,
yeah, of course, man knows about Romario. Come on, fam.
Yo, it's a Romario finish, man. Trust me. And then you get a penalty.
And then his head
wide like that. Listen, I'm going to be honest, yeah? He's getting dragged off the pitch after that.
Yeah. I'm just saying it because it's like, obviously, it'd be bad, whoever it was, if it's in the 98th minute and you missed that. But if it's a player you expect it from, I'm like, it makes sense if it's a flair player. It's just the fact that I've never heard your name before, and then all of a sudden you out here trying to chips.
Diaz's better than that. Do you know what I mean? Look, man, and Kevin De Bruyne. I bet he slides in Diaz's better than that.
Yo, my Diaz
missing.
You know what I'm saying? That, but true say I'm hella accurate in that. You get what I'm saying? Hella accurate. You get me? I'm like the guy in Jumanji with the shotgun and that. I don't miss. I remember the guys.
I know you. You're accurate.
Yeah. You lot need to relax on that. You know what I'm saying? See how my big bros do me. I bring them on the show, and this is how you repay me. You know what I'm saying? And that. You know me? Just slandering my good name. You know what I'm saying? And that. You know me? You lot of jokers and that. Ahmed here says, flawless. Why was KDB trying to cross that penalty? I don't know. Maybe he was trying to look pretty in it. But someone did put up a picture of Beckham and was like, yo, this is how De Bruyne was trying to take the free kick. And it was, free kick, the penalty. And it was Beckham-esque in it. I don't know, in it. Maybe these man try, like, I can do that at Saturday League level. You might have paid top dollar in that. Can't just be trying to look pretty. Just do the business in it. But it is what it is.
Talk to me. Because we had a bit of an issue with penalties. That's the only reason why De Bruyne has taken them, because we kept missing. So Sterling missed a few. Pretty much everyone was missing. Mahrez missed that one last year, which apparently was the last time that penalties not been on target in the Premier League. So, and that was bloody ages ago. So seems to be only us that do it at the moment. But yeah, we've had a bit of an issue. So he's kind of taken the penalties just because everyone kept missing them, and he was the one that was putting them in. So I think the pressure that is on him to score obviously got the better of him. But I think with De Bruyne, like someone was saying earlier, because he's such a good player, it's almost like you can kind of forgive him a little bit. I don't forgive him for the actual penalty, because I think he should be doing better there. Just place it. But I think most of our goal scoring opportunities from today came from De Bruyne, you know what I mean? And he did assist. So it's not a case of a Lookman situation where there's his one chance to shine in the game and he's fluffed it. But that was one of the worst penalties.
That was no mercy. I like that. Your one chance, to get that ball in, and you just fluffed it, Dread.
Facts. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, man. Bro, Jazz, go on. I'm not even going to mention.
Go watch it. He's going to go find it. Yeah,
Damola Lookman, yeah, and watch his penalty, man.
And that's my bad. I always get you and Ahmed mixed up because your names look hella similar while this is flashing up. You know what I'm saying? But I'll call you Anas from now.
Don't worry, Anas. I know who you are, Jed. I know who you are. We see you.
That profile picture is fire as well with Fred in the old United kit. That is fire.
Yo, Pastor. Yo, did you see Pastor preaching yesterday, yo?
Yeah, of course. All right, we'll get into this then since we're talking about it. Like I say, any questions you have for us, people, let us know in the comments and we will answer it. Any sporting questions, past or present, any sport. But all right, give us your thoughts on it then, AV8, since you spoke on it, bro.
Right, listen, I told everybody this. Yeah. Listen. See, that team now, I said they were going to win that game. Didn't have flawless. I told you they're going to win the game, right? And I said that Bruno was going to be the savior because we all had a conversation about Bruno, didn't we? All of us, even Jan City, right? And I think we all more or less agreed with what. See, when United started putting the ball in the box, boom, England. Do you know what I mean? And all that, all that kind of thing. Yeah. You even see Rashford try and get their finger. He couldn't do what he thinks. Do you know what I mean?
He missed it.
Even the third goal with Cavani, he went through, and you see the deadly finish. He thought he went Bigford. You think I'm going at boom? What the blood? Do you know what I mean?
It was a fire finish, isn't it? I said goal, but as soon as Bruno passed it to him, I said goal. I was like, Cavani's not missing.
Big boy finish, but you know what? The best bit of that game after the game, man. Ole, that ran. Oh, yo, that was
too little, too late, man.
Cold, man.
It's too little, too late. You know what I mean? Where's this fight been for the first 100 games? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Ollie was feeling that. Ollie was felt disrespected from the board about you talking to Poch about, and I mean that's undermining, man. Really. But
how about if you do your job, that don't happen. But that's a whole nother conversation, and that.
Yes, but at the end of the day, if I'm the man in the job and you trust me, right?
Yeah, they definitely don't trust him.
Well, right, you're not going to be speaking to other managers. So to me, I think Ole's contracts up at the end of the season, right?
I hope so. I don't know if it's this contract, isn't it? I don't know. I hope so. Jan City over there, she Ollie in it. She hoping he gets a lifetime deal. And
yeah, of course. And, she wants that, that lifetime package in it. That Amazon for life and all that. Or set for life, should I say, for 30 years and all that. Do you know what I mean? But I think if I think he'd signed a 3-year deal, if it should be end of the season, then that's when Poch is going to come in. United ain't going to sack him unless he gets absolutely taken apart.
I think it will happen eventually. Go on, same to you, Mikey. What's your thoughts on it?
Just thought he won the game. That's what he needs to do. I don't really, not really. I'm not all in and I'm not all out. I just think you should be based on the results that you get. I think if it was anybody else, he wouldn't be playing and all that kind of stuff. So I think I just clocked it in the questions there. Or a question for you, Jan, because I'm pretty much the same with like Mahrez's role at City. It's similar to it. Like and Bernardo, they're not playing much. Why aren't they playing much?
Yeah, give that question to you. So someone did ask that. Here it is. Anna said it.
Question.
Your thoughts on the whole Mara? Oh, okay. Well, it's interesting actually because when he first came in, obviously he wasn't getting enough games. And I always said like he's such a good player. And because he wasn't getting that run of games, he wasn't very effective for us. Because you need a few games to kind of build, especially when you're new to a team. You need a few games, and he wasn't getting that. This season's kind of been the opposite. He seems to be getting in the squad regardless of his performances. I think today's the first time he's actually been dropped, but he hasn't been playing that well. So I don't know. I'm a fan of Mahrez as a player, but I don't think it's quite worked out for him at City. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something in the dressing room or whether it's just I don't know. It just hasn't seemed to kind of work that well for him. I don't know. He's just not, for me, it's just been quite inconsistent. Like he comes in, he has a great game, and then the next game not so good. But I think it is due to him not starting every week. I think he needs to be at a club like, when he was at Leicester, he was like the main, not the main man, but
you're right. The main man. But Jan, that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah. So someone said to me, I'm fence sitting. I'm not fence sitting. I'm saying I go in and do a job. My job is to promote my club. If I don't promote my club in that season, I lose my job. It's not Mikey in, Mikey out. If I don't do the damn job, I'm gone. So I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm saying, like, when people are talking about it, if Mahrez ain't playing well, the guy Pep just benches him, right? You don't see him. Same way you should see Bernardo. Same way you should be going on with McTominay at the time. I'm saying McTominay. Same way you should have been going on with Marcus Rashford, I believe. Yeah, because I don't hate the guy. I'm just saying, according to the way you're playing, you sit him on the bench. Or the other option is with Marcus Rashford is he's right-footed. I'm a left-footed guy, so if someone tries to come in my position, not playing better than me, I'm telling him to move over, go to the other side, go play the right side. Obviously, me and my bro are twins, innit? He's right-footed, I'm left-footed. If the guy ain't got the capability of doing the job, then why would I move him there? I want to tell him to shift or get on the bench. You get where I'm coming from? So that's why I asked you the question. So I'm not, I know my guy was like asking me that, but I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm simply saying, if you're not doing the job, you're getting sacked, innit?
Yeah, you get sacked, yeah.
That's it. But because Manchester United have dug themselves in such a hole, then you're not really seeing it going down like that. Do you get where I'm coming from? So as far as I'm concerned now, you got Liverpool and City, and Liverpool and City right now, I see Liverpool are quite a bit ahead of him. I think Liverpool should have won today, to be fair. They didn't have that many chances, but they still should have won the game. So I feel like positionally, that's probably what we're going to, more likely what we're going to see again, based on the evidence, just because City can't score goals, basically.
Well, Fred was going to like a different guy yesterday.
Ollie won, that's it.
The thing is, Fred's quality though. Like, Fred's been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of winning the ball back, like his ability to win the ball back is ridiculous. And I guarantee, I even seen the stats, but I'm gonna ask Statman Baines in a week to get it for me in terms of who wins the ball back more for Manchester United than him. I guarantee he tops it every time. I lose count in certain games, the amount of times he'll overturn the ball, and that's vitally important. But for whatever reason, certain people don't rate him. I don't know what it is. Yes, sometimes he should take better care on the ball, but we see McTominay playing games in central midfield and give the ball away double the amount of times, but no one don't say anything. So I don't really understand that, but it is what it is. Jeremiah, go on.
No, I was looking at that. If Martial doesn't score, if Martial doesn't score in the next game, it has to be dropped.
No,
I don't agree.
The reason why I'd say no, look at our first goal. It was 2 pieces of hold-up play that came from him. He's quality. As a 9, he does everything. But for some reason, by our fan base, he gets disrespected. There isn't anything this guy can't do as a 9, and he's playing in a team with no system and no consistency whatsoever.
And no service.
No service, and sometimes next to Dan James. This guy can hold the ball up, running behind, right foot, left foot, header, everything. Strong, quick. I don't know what you lot want from him in it, but that's just my thoughts. And
you see what I'm saying?
Look at his win record, though. His thing is under Ollie, I think. Without him, it's 22%. With him, it's 78%.
Yeah, that's but I'm saying drop him, and then people will find out. You get where I'm coming from? That's the way I do it. Like, if I'm picking my best runner in athletics, you get an A runner and a B runner. Here's my A runner, I've got a next guy. You know him, Berkey, Mr. Chunky Charles. He's my B runner. You get me? When these young youths come in and say they want to come in and go, I'm like, all right then. I'm like, do you want to leave? If he says the next person I ask is Chunky Charles, If he says, all right, then I move. If you don't run across that line first, then I ain't putting you in the team.
I hear you. I get exactly what you're saying.
Take out Martial. I know what people are saying about Martial, but you got to look at the qualities, If you see, and I've seen these guys live, Rate Greenwood, I rate Rashford on the right, not more or less on the right. I rate a couple of man. It's the same with Jesus. I rate him. He's just not as good as Aguero as a striker. You get where I'm coming from. So you take Martial out of the team, that ball ain't sticking up. So take him out of the team, you'll find out. He's not played. He's not played anyway. So
because people just, I don't think he was saying it's not. It's just the disrespect that he gets. Go on, Yancy. What's your thoughts on it? Give us the non-United view on it.
I think the issue with him is, I think somebody was saying it on, I think it's the Football Terrace. I think it was Anita, actually. And she was saying that because kind of everyone was saying he's so good, it's kind of now that he's not performing at the level that people were making out that he was at, I think he's always going to be criticised for that. I did see a stat, though, that said something like he's had 0 goal contributions or something like that, which is mad anyway, because people, as much as people say stats don't matter, and obviously things like holding the ball up, that doesn't come into stats. Do you know what I mean? It's based on, you know what I mean? Unless he's retaining the ball when people are losing it or whatever, doesn't come into stats. So on paper, you're seeing that he's had 0 chances. So most people would say he needs to be dropped. But yeah, because I think Gabby is quite similar. He holds the ball up well. But when he's not scoring, people are saying, why is he in the team? He isn't scoring. He's a striker. So I think it's a bit of both sort of things. I think it's a bit of people are expecting him to be at a higher standard than he's currently at. And secondly, because stats are not doing him any favors.
I hear that. Yo, Adz, unmute yourself.
Yo, I'm muted now, bro.
Yeah. What you saying, Adz? You good? People have been asking for you in the comments and that. You know what I'm saying? You got fans and that. You know what I'm saying? People have been asking like, where's Adz in it? So yo, Adz meet Yan City meet Adz. Adz meet AV8, Mikey, that's Adz. You know what I'm saying?
That's to meet you lot.
Yes, brother.
So yeah, what you saying, my young G? So we're talking about Martial. So give us your thoughts on him, because people are saying should he be dropped or not? What do you reckon?
I think he's good enough. I think he's Man United quality. I just feel like he gets too much hate. I feel like, to be honest, recently he has been proving that he is right with his consistency levels. He hasn't been. Yesterday was awful, if I'm going to be honest. Do I think he should be dropped? No, I don't think he should be dropped, because, actually, you know what? No, if he gets dropped, then people will see the difference. People will see that we need him. Yeah, it's just like when we. It's just like when we dropped Fred. Like when we dropped Fred, it was crap in the midfield. We had Matic, McTominay, and Bruno. What are we gonna do with that? You know what I'm trying to say? So if we drop Martial, then who's scoring the goals? So let's be honest now. Cavani did get a good goal yesterday, but that was only because of who we had in midfield yesterday. So I wouldn't drop Martial, but if you want to prove the haters right, keep playing him, because he's not going to be consistent. But if you want them wrong, drop him.
All right, fair dues. Question, yeah, very well said. You singing from the same hymn sheet as us. Question for you from Stro. He says, Yan City, where do you think City will finish this season?
Oh God. Do you know what? It's a difficult question at this time in the season, because normally by now there's been a lot more consistency than there has been. Normally, as I always say, normally the likes of Liverpool or City haven't lost the game at this point. Liverpool have lost already. We've lost. Do you know what I mean? I think now we've both lost 1 each, I think. And then I think we've drawn 3 and Liverpool have drawn 2.
Okay.
So I think, people like Jeremiah, who are saying like Liverpool will get second and City won't finish in the top 6.
Yeah, he's wilding with that.
I don't think you can say that from what's happened this season, because I don't think anyone has looked particularly great. You know what I mean? Today, the first sort of 20 minutes, I thought, Liverpool look a lot better than us. But then the second half, it didn't look that way. So I think it's a bit, this season in particular, it's a little bit early to judge. I would like to say that we'll go on a title run and hopefully we will win the title. For me, like a lot of people say, defense wins titles as much as obviously your attack. And I think our issues last season were all based on our defense. And I think our defense is a lot tighter this season than it has been for a while. So hopefully over the season, if we can become more clinical, because we haven't been clinical enough, hopefully we can go on a run of wins. But yeah, I think we will be in the title race. Whether we win it or not, I don't know.
Fair enough. I'm just laughing at Arsenal getting beat 2-0 also. But yeah, same to you.
They're getting 3-0.
Oh, it's Arsenal Fan TV and chill tonight. Definitely. Oh, that's great stuff and that. That is great stuff getting beat 3-0 and that. Where's that? Is that Villa or is that the
That's Arsenal's, bro.
No, is that the Emirates?
Yeah.
Oh, they are getting trolled to death after this and that. You get me?
Zane can't see Zane, man. He loves contributing, though, isn't it? Like spending his money.
Yeah. Shout out to Zane each and every time. But yeah, same question to both of you, man. Mikey, AV8. Where do you think City will finish this season?
I think the title contenders, believe it or not.
Well, I agree with that.
Today's game, definitely title contenders. I'm gonna go for. I think they'll win it. That's what I'll say.
Okay, we win it. AV8, what you telling me?
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think City are gonna win.
All right. Same to you, Adz. What you saying?
I think they'll definitely finish top 5. I don't know because
that's wild. They'll definitely finish top 5.
But you know what? The thing is, I think it's a fair shout. I think it's a fair shout for people to say that they'll win it. But in my opinion, I think as of now, it's always like you can't say who's going to finish first. So you know what? I'll just stick and say Man City will finish top 5.
The guy said top 5, you know. Might as well. All right, give it. You know what? Since you said that wildly, yeah, me. I'm gonna give my prediction on it. Who's your top 5 then? Because that's a mad statement to make. Give us your top 5, not in order.
Everton,
yeah,
Leicester, Chelsea,
yeah,
Tottenham, and City.
Liverpool are not going to be in it. As you saying that Liverpool are not going to be in that top 5?
I think he's froze. You know, he's froze. He looks like he's posing, but he's froze. Oh no, he's not. Yo,
no, I don't think Liverpool make it. I don't think Liverpool make it.
I rate you. Oh, yo, he's a con. Yo.
Wow. Okay.
I like your attitude. I like see where Stroll comes for it.
Yeah, Stroll probably. Stroll's about to click. Stroll's about to click the link right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't give you a top 5, but I said last season Liverpool won't win the title back to back. I said it. I said Liverpool won't win it back to back.
Okay, what was your thoughts on that? Why won't Liverpool win it back to back?
Because I just don't think they've got. I don't think they've got the mentality for it.
You know, even with the additions of Thiago and Joe, I know
where's Thiago in the medical center, mate. Where is he? Yeah, he's injured.
Is he? I don't even know. He didn't play today. What's the reason why? Yo, Adz, you know why? Do you know why he didn't play today?
No, I don't care about Liverpool, bro. Come on,
no, you know what I mean? So it's like I just
don't think because I know you keep up to date with these type of things. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a shot. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't calling a Liverpool fan.
No,
bro,
you
honestly,
I
don't even know why. I don't even know why he didn't play. I don't even know why.
I would have took Jota. I would have took Jota, actually.
Yeah, I would have bought Jota.
But we signed him 2 wingers though with Diallo and Traore, so that's what he's probably looking at too, innit? You know what I'm saying? A man I just hear Ralph CFC says Arsenal with bare laughing emojis. So supposedly they're 3-0 down and they've had a goal. Villa have had a goal ruled out as well. Arsenal really taking a pamming, innit?
Yo, they're getting a spanking, Lauren, man. What yo? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's having a heart attack, yo. Lauren's devastated.
I think Lauren was talking to you saying that you're smoking ads, you know, Dread.
Yeah. This guy, she said, sorry, what you smoking, bro? So explain further why you think Liverpool are not going to finish in the top 5. We don't get to that. That's a hot.
The thing is, I'm just going to say it straight. They're not like as of now, they're not consistent. The lack of consistency is unreal with how they were last season as well. I think this season, no one's been consistent so far, and I can't really see anyone getting into shape so quickly. And I really can't see Liverpool getting top 5. I just generally can't. Like the players they have, quality. Obviously, Mane's class. I think Salah's class as well. Yes, they score goals and they win Liverpool games, but I just can't see them getting top 5.
I think that's fair, I think that's fair. It's wild, but I like it.
It's not that I hate them. It's not even that I hate them. I just don't know. I just can't see them being top 5. I just can't. It's just going to be a mismatch season, man. Honestly.
I think they will be there, though. I think they will. I think they've got the quality to be there. But I do agree that I don't think they'll win it back to back. And my reason for that is I actually said a few seasons ago that I didn't think Liverpool would win the league because they've got a good squad, but in terms of they've got a good starting 11, but in terms of squad depth, they've not quite got the same squad depth as other clubs. So I always said if they get injuries, they'll struggle. So I think, like I said before, I think defences win your titles, and I think eventually not having Van Dijk will hinder them a bit. And I think we've not really seen it so far because they've managed to get wins, but whether they'll do that over a whole season, I'm not so sure. Because it's the same for us last season. Like, we lost Laporte. We still won games, but ultimately, over the season, we missed him a lot. So I think they will miss Van Dijk. But I think they'll still be good enough to be in the title race. And they could even win it, depending on what we do. Because I think City are our own biggest enemy, to be honest. So we'll see what happens. I don't think Everton, as much as I don't mind Everton, I don't think Everton will remain at the level that they've been at. But they have got Ancelotti. So I think they could finish top 5, top 6. But they won't win it. I don't think Tottenham are proving yet that they can win a title. I think they would have to come close first to convince me that they can do it.
That's a valid point.
Even under Mourinho, I don't know. I'd be very surprised if Tottenham win the league when they finish 3rd in the 2-horse race.
Yeah,
that's not my shout.
Yeah. I need this in it because this has just completely bamboozled me in it. So, give us your top 5 in order. Who do you think's winning the league? Give us your top 5, your prediction.
I'm not at liberty to tell you that, bro.
Why not? You're in it. Why not? You got so much to say for yourself, yeah.
Bro, look, listen. I'm just listen. All I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna tell you. But that's just my opinion. I just don't think Liverpool would be in top 5.
I think that's more not 1 and 2, and I'm fully with that in it. So I'm gonna back you in it. They ain't gonna finish in the top 5. I'm with it. You know what I'm
saying? We're in that top 5 either. Remember?
No, we went. Listen, mate. I don't think we'll make top 10.
Really?
Listen. Sounds like I'm taking a piss now, but honestly, I'm not. I'm being serious, right? Listen. I'm gonna start with them, yeah. But listen, they think we can get top 5 with how we're playing right now, and with Ollie in charge, yeah. Someone asked me, "Do you think Ollie can win the Premier season?" That's how bad it is. And you know what? If Joke Man are gonna be dashing them questions at me, then I really can't see how Ollie is to blame for how bad we are. Actually, the board, it's the players as well. Yes, it's Ollie as well, but the main problem is the fan base, yeah. And I just feel like with all of that, and the thing is, listen, you could take the fan base out, you take the equation, the club is still a massive part to blame for how crap we've been recently. And the thing is, I've got so many arguments with people. They've said, yeah, Ollie's literally just making the players play bad, all that crap. Listen, the players, in my opinion, in my view, after today, I feel like they're part to blame. Like the majority of the blame, they can take that, because how are we losing to Istanbul and how are we beating Everton? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you put those two games into comparison. It's poor from us. So I'm sticking to that. If we make top 10, I'll be happy. But why are we even discussing whether or not we'll make top 10 or top 5? We should be making them easy. You know what I'm trying to say? We should be making that light work. Roy Keane was talking about it as well. There'll be no discussion where Man United end up. People should already know that we should be making top 5, top 4, top 3, whatever. You can name anything. Name any place we're in the league. We should be getting it, and we're not. So I don't see why me saying that we don't even get top 10 is such an outrageous comment. In my opinion, I think it's a fair comment, because we've been poor. And it's been like that for years.
Even if we've been poor, don't you think, even though United have been poor, with the talent we have, if it is going that way, don't you believe the board would sack Ollie and a new manager would get more out of these players? So say, for instance, United were languishing like we are now in 14th in January. Come January, February, United is still there. Don't you think the board would pull the trigger on him?
The thing is, right, before we talk about that, I want to go into the break that we're having. I just want to say this now, right? If you sack Ollie, then obviously I feel like Posh is the only man that can really take responsibility and actually step up for the job and become manager for us. If we do that, and then he has a good amount of games, he starts functioning the team properly, and we actually start to do well, then he messes up. Now, this is where our fan base turns. He could have all these sick games beating the likes of City 1-0 or some crap like that. I don't care about that. Once he loses, the fan base is going to be like, oh yeah, but why did we bring this in? Because he hasn't won anything. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what they're going to do. That's our fan base. We just listen. Honestly, it's so annoying to talk about them. Yeah, but listen, I don't know why people are so surprised that we're in this mess right now. the club and with the state of how we act. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, like I said, so many wins down the line. He's doing to the job. He's winning games. He's doing well for us. The players are actually functioning, actually listening to what he wants. He loses a few games. The fan base turn and they say, yeah, but why did we bring this guy in? He hasn't won anything. He hasn't done anything major. All he did was take the role on as manager for Tottenham. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, obviously you know this bad, and obviously social media is very, very reactionary. So you can't even watch that in terms of, I don't pay no attention to fans. But back to this, because these men are on your neck in these comments. Man said can't make wild comments and not back it up. I agree, man. So where's this Liverpool not top 5 shit in it?
Right, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
No, don't try it. It's not that ad. Don't try it, fam. You gotta back that up.
I like it.
You gotta back that up, though. No. You gotta back that up, though. You can't just make comments on the platform.
First of all, bro, I already said my point. They just want me to say where they actually end up and who would be the top 5. I'm not liberty to answer that either.
You already told us who your top 5 is. You already
bro, they will not. Listen, I promise you now. Clip it. Someone in chat clip it, yeah? Someone in chat clip it. Liverpool not get top 5.
Well, okay.
Yo, that means Klopp's gone, you know that, right?
Flawless, bro. Listen, it doesn't matter.
Asking you to back it. No. You can't make You can't make wild statements and not back it up. It's not that type of thing, innit? So if you're gonna say that, all I'm asking you to do is back it up. I'm not even disagreeing with you. Back up your comment, innit? Don't just be out here shot joking.
Listen. Bro. All I'm gonna say is, like, everyone keeps going on. Yes, Virgil is injured, but even before he was there, was he doing anything? No, he wasn't. And they're inconsistent. They lost 7-2 to Aston Villa, who are beating Arsenal right now, which just proves the standards of how the big clubs have actually literally lowered so much. Yeah, that's 2. Three.
Shit, is he frozen or is it me?
Yeah, it's frozen.
In my opinion, listen.
Yo, Adz, jump out and jump back in. Your internet's moving dodgy and that. Jump out and jump back in. Yeah, man, jump out and jump back in. Your internet, we couldn't hear you.
No Wi-Fi, you know. You know what? Yeah, but you know what?
It's his opinion.
You know, it's his opinion, and people are saying.
I don't mind that, but you have to back it up. That's all I'm asking you for.
What I'm saying is obviously he's a young brother. Do you know what I mean? And people are saying, "Yo, you're making wild statements and blah blah blah." But you gotta remember, man. You're looking at a United team that all the pundits are saying. Oh, they should be winning the league because they've got this player. They should be doing this because they've got that player. Do you understand what I'm saying? They spent this much
Sorry,
money.
I'm laughing at the comments. Yo,
yeah, that's
people are bad funny.
It's cool. It's funny. It is
it's
funny.
not you in it.
But yeah, you spent this money, you spent that money.
Oh Jesus, yo, that's my funny. That tickled me. That
it's not totally out. It's not an outlandish to me statement because Liverpool have finished out of the top 5 many times before we took over their place. You understand what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying. The issue I had with is not what he said, even on that
finish outside the top 5.
It lets me know that you know that is nonsense in it. Otherwise, you would just back it up with statements. Here we go. He's back in again. Oh shit, this is about to be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be entertaining. Adz, my young G, what you saying? So go on, because we couldn't hear you. Give us your thoughts on why Liverpool are finishing outside the top 5. Give us the reason.
Right, cool. Right. First of all, they're inconsistent, like I said before, which is pretty clear. 2, where's the leadership? Like, listen, what I'm gonna say now, yes, people can say Henderson's a good leader, but I really don't see anything. Like today even proved that. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying facts, man. And 3, I hate them. 4, 4. Right. Listen, honestly, I can't say much more, man. It's just keep going,
because you said number 4 was you hate them, innit? And I think that's where that's coming from. But go on, continue, innit? I'm gonna let you get it off your chest, innit? Go on.
Right,
I hate him too, innit?
Listen, all I'm gonna say is let's admit now, consistency is key, yeah. Consistency is key, and none of the teams right now, other than Everton, right now have it. And I'm not saying Everton are going. No, one second. I'm not saying Everton. I'm not saying Everton can win the league. I'm not saying Everton can win the league.
You can't say they're consistent when they've just lost their last 3 games.
Look at the standards.
They just lost their last 3 games, so you can't say they're consistent. That's incorrect.
Yeah, but bro, listen. But listen. I'm talking about even if they lost yesterday,
they lost their last 3 games.
But bro, listen. Yeah, this is Liverpool. You compare Liverpool to most teams in the league. Them teams are minor. Yeah, this is a big team. Champions League winners, yeah, and league winners at the same time. They both they've won it. They've won it. It doesn't matter now. It's irrelevant. What I'm saying to you is, listen. All I'm gonna say is,
sorry, the comments are mad funny, yo.
Go on, Adz. I'm hearing this. Go on.
All I'm gonna say is, the main point is they're inconsistent. That they're inconsistent, and there's no leadership, and you need leadership. You need consistency. That's why as well. That's why also I can say the same thing for United. I could say the same thing for Tottenham. I could say the same thing for what's that team called? The relevant one. City as well. There's no leadership. There's no control. And at the end of the day, you need those 2 things to make a good team.
I hear that.
Explain him. So you know what I'm going to say to you?
Just one last question, though. Who do you actually have winning the league this season? What's your prediction? I'm just asking our interest.
Honestly, bro. I don't know yet. I've given you my top 5. Cool. I'm not gonna place them in order. But I
can't even remember your top 5. But go on, Mikey. Anyway, I forgot.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I know. And this ain't a diss, though. Don't think I'm discriminating. Yeah. You know what the Southerners forget? The Northwest team dominate the league all the time. And if it ain't them, it's been Leicester, the Midlands. So you haven't. And I'm a United fan. You have not dominated anything. I have to keep reminding people when they keep coming up here. They go, I'm like, bro, who's dominated the league? I tell you who's dominated the league. Man United have won the trophies the most time, it's Premier League. And Liverpool, there's 2 teams already. Then City have come up on the come up. Chelsea have been there usually. And then it's Arsenal, the next one's in the running. Do you get where I'm coming from? So I'm not saying I'm saying that Liverpool are definitely title contenders, but I'm saying that I don't think they're gonna win the league. So I don't mind him saying you're outside the top 5. Like, people come wild on him because I'm just saying you have to take that into consideration. Everybody's been inconsistent as well. Everyone.
Also, if there was 4 teams who were flying, I'd be like, all right, this makes sense. But I don't think there's one team who I look at and be like, you're outstanding flying. So that's why Liverpool will finish in the top 2, like, comfortably in that. You know what I'm saying? Because they have
comfortably as well.
Yeah, comfortably finish in the top 2.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Just because not them being so good, even without Van Dijk, which I think is a hit, I just don't see teams making up the ground. I look at United, we have issues. Spurs, I think, will implode. Spurs will always do a Spurs, innit? Spurs will always lose the game. You don't expect them to. Leicester will always, they got beat 4-0 by, who was it? Was it West Ham? You know what I'm saying? So, like, Leicester will always, and I don't think they have, you take out 2 or 3 of their players, and it's a problem. Like, you take out Vardy, that's their main goal for it. And he's the majority of their goals. Who else is now? There's Wolves, Wolves' issues. Who else is the? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, there's no one else. I think if there was a
then
team,
it's open, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. What Adz is saying, because if that carried on to the end of the season, then he's got a point. But at the same time, you can't say Everton lost 3 games in a row. Wolves have just lost their first game today. Wolves just lost their first game today. Took their first loss today against Leicester, a controversial penalty. Liverpool and City have drawn. And I just said to you before, innit, with Jan and everything, they're the 2 teams at the top of the league right now that I see. They're the ones that, and City are nowhere near the top of the league right now, but they both drawn, cancelled each other out. Get good game and all that lot. So I see his point, though, still, but I don't think they're going to finish. I just don't think they're going to finish out the top 5. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? Like, because the thing is, because it is, like, what he's saying is wild, but the way this league is going at the moment, it's not impossible. I'm not saying it will happen. I believe that Liverpool will be in the top 2. I do believe that, but I think it isn't impossible for them to finish outside. The way this league's going, it's a weird one. I do think your defense is, they do say defense wins you the league. Like quite a few people have said it. How many times has Company single-handedly won Man City the league? Do you know what I mean? He's been injured, he's come back. We've won the league mainly because of him. You know, Man United back in the day, your defense was what really won you the league. So I think that is the one downside that Liverpool have got this season, just not having Van Dijk, because we had the same with Laporte last season. But I still think they'll challenge for the league. They might even win it. You don't know. But I think consistency, the only teams that have been consistent is Southampton. I don't think they're going to win the league. Tottenham, I don't think they're going to win the league. But we'll see from Tottenham anyway, because their next games are Man City, Arsenal, I think, Man United. They've got big games coming up, so we'll see. If they beat us, they beat Palace, I think it is. They beat Chelsea. They beat Arsenal. Then we can talk about
Lauren's rude, you know.
Until then,
yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's wide open, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting that is Spurs' run, because I think they'll fall off. I think it'll be the top two. I think it's City or Liverpool. I don't think anyone's done enough, even though if you could argue both them teams are worse. Nobody's done enough to me to close that gap. No one's added enough to their team where I go, you'll win the Premier League. No one's shown, like, if there was a time to be consistent and be top of the league, it is now, considering City start, considering Liverpool start. Yeah, I mean, the champions just got beat 7. City got beat 5, and no one's standing out. So that's why I'm thinking, all right, you lot will sort it out. Question for you from Lauren Wood, Adz are Arsenal in the title race?
No.
No. You know what I'm saying? Just asking them that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ahmed's not having it. We're going to close out the show in a sec. Ahmed's not having it. He said, yeah, and this is my thoughts on it as well, isn't it, Mr. I'm not at liberty to answer. It's not impossible for me to take Megan Fox on a date, but let's be realistic in it. Never going to happen. That's how I look at Liverpool finishing outside the top 5, but I get what you're saying. Good show, flawless. Salute to everybody who has locked in. Before we go, please make sure, like I said, you hit the like button, share it across all your socials, subscribe to the channel also. AV8, Mikey, we'll start with you. Let them know where they can find you, what you have going on, etc., etc.
You going on first? Yeah, just on the Instagram at AV8 Spin. It is A with a V and an 8 and then spin. You'll see me. And I'm FenActivate on Instagram. So FENN and then activate with an 8 at the end, no E. Find me, see what I'm about.
There you go. And Adz, let them know where they can find you and your wild takes, innit?
You can catch me on Twitch at ADZIWLZ and catch you on Twitter with the same app.
Yeah. Sorry, the comments been cracking me up and that. Yan City, let them know where they can find you also.
Yeah, my Twitter's below at Yannicka with 3 A's. I'm also on YouTube at Yan City, and you can catch me on a Saturday morning on Gyaldem City on this channel. So
Lot of mercy. Aye.
There you go, yeah, Gyaldem City, innit? Obviously, people, that's the show. The opposite to Mandem United. But yeah, please make sure you check out all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV too. They're all playlisted, so you can find them all. Gyaldem City, Mandem United podcast, Sarcasm City, Big Fights, Big Nights Only, Walk to the Octagon, Talk About Network specials, and this show. I can't believe I remembered all that. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A also, and this goes live every Sunday, 8 p.m. immediately after the Sarcasm City podcast. So it'll be myself, Yan City. Tox isn't here this week, but he hosts it also. But yeah, like I said, salute to everybody who's supporting me. Really appreciate it. And I will add
as well, man.
Big up ads. And I'll add everybody's links underneath this YouTube video, so you'll be able to find AV8's FenActive, me Adz and Yan City's links all underneath this video. Also mine. But yeah, this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Cheers, Jan. Safe.